Hey guys, BJ Bronstein. So, One Ohm Live, this is 4/4, and the, I guess the assignment, the project that we're working on for April is awareness. And when you have a thought, so like today, there's a guy on his phone and he was smoking and on his phone and he kept coming into my lane while I'm driving. And so, rather than go into judgment, remember last month was non-judgment, so rather than get angry and upset, what I work on is being aware. So every time I get triggered, I use from the book The Secret, or the movie The Secret, Rhonda Byrne talks about secret shifters. So for me, I go, puppies! And when you say it like that, it's really hard to get mad at somebody if you're going, puppies! And it could be kids, babies, kittens, it doesn't matter, right? But it's finding something that's completely, it's a neurolinguistic trigger, and it flips it, and once you do that once or twice, it really does work to help change your state, and subsequently help change your outcome. Because keep in mind, our whole goal with One Ohm Live is to just love or above, meaning, as Christy Marie says, it is to raise our frequency, raise our vibration, and as we do so, then we can affect everybody around us, right? So, and then the last thought is, the special announcement is this. I have a special guest, and the idea came from, I read books, right? I always ask a very special person in my life, how does that work? And so I had this idea. I thought, well, what if everybody sent me questions and then I kind of interview her with your questions based on books or other things. And the cool thing is, and I'll let her talk about it, but the cool thing is she can tune into the universe and basically answer all of your questions for you. So with that, my special guest and the special announcement is our YouTube channel is now going to have the interview once a week is the goal. And sometimes maybe more, sometimes maybe less. It's just going to kind of depend. And we're going to take your questions, and then I'm going to interview her, and we'll turn that into content on YouTube and One Ohm Live. So with that, special guest, the one and only Angel Cowgirl, Jeannie Blaha, for those of you who don't know. And
yes, here I am. I will be happy to answer any questions regarding what does this mean? I saw this in a book, or I saw it out somewhere in my day, and what does it mean? How would the quantum talk to that, or how would my angels want me to know that, whatever that experience might have been? Really good thing what he mentioned is regarding the triggers and finding out why are things, happening like this for me right now? What is that trying to show me? What is this mirror that's being reflected to me? And I'd be excited to answer your questions regarding all that. And of course, he said, it's coming from the quantum, so it comes without filter. So if you're trying to get in touch with some things that are patterns that you can't break, or programming that you can't shake, this is a really good way to tap into all that and get real life direct answers so that you can move forward towards all your desired reality and help others to do so, as well as your most powered up, empowered, essential self state, which is your state prior to any form, any existence, that does have all the answers for you in complete alignment and alliance with you as well. So you can check out for more of this kind of information on my YouTube channel, Jeannie Marie Blaha, or you can go to my blog page, joyflames.com, since I get a lot of messages from quantum and stick it in there. And then also my takewalkwithangels.com, where there's more info on that as well.
And we'll put all the links in the written aspect of this. And again, this is the beginning of the YouTube channel, One Ohm Live, and it's going to have a lot of stories, and including, obviously, I'll share some of my background and why this is near and dear to my heart, and why it's just something that I feel I need to, A, share, and B, with 20 years and probably 3,000 to 4,000 books that I've read on the subjects, I've read a little bit. So I want to share some of that, and what better way than asking questions of somebody who's directly connected to Source or the quantum, and getting those answers. So with that, BJ Bronstein, One Ohm Live, and look for us on the YouTube channel, and we'll have lots more coming, and who knows, we'll just kind of see where this goes. It's all going to kind of depend on your feedback. As you just reach out through Instagram or Facebook and contact me directly that way. And as we field these questions, I'll probably actually create a specific email that goes and addresses for the interview topics that we want to ask. And you can mention the book. You can just paraphrase the question. Kind of instant message, the real way. So if you mention something, she's already heard the answer. It's weird, but I've been with her for 15 years now, and I can testify it's the real deal. So trust me when I say that. Birthdays, holidays, it's really awkward. I have to actually think about a gag gift, and she still gets pretty close to what I'm actually, but it takes every bit of my meditation and every bit of my intention and every bit of I always have to keep all my energy on whatever the gag gift is, just to throw her off, and then I probably have some kind of arrangement with her angels, but yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So yes, come on board and please ask any questions. As I said, the quantum, the angels and guides, and all the ascended masters are super happy and excited for all of the interest in this kind of growth on the planet. And they are ready and willing with their answers, and they often are giving me the answers before, yes, the questions are asked. So, but that means that you all are very tuned in to what is in the collective, what is our next piece of humanity, you know, where are we going with all this? What are we going to do with ourselves and all of the people that we're connected to as far as evolving this planet, shifting the frequency way up, because it's very possible when we can do it. We just have to pool all our energies on the things that we desire to see and activate and realize, and off the stuff that drives you crazy. Because it's driving you crazy for a reason, and there are a lot of forces at work there that love all that energy coming into the things that you don't want to see or you don't want to live, because what does it do? It disempowers us, and as soon as we're disempowered, we can be utilized in ways that you might not really want to be utilized. So come on board, invite your most empowered self, invite your essential self, and see what happens.
Invite your friends.
Invite your friends.
And remember, this month's assignment is awareness. So when something triggers you, and then whether you say it out loud like I do, and people look at me all the time, which is really funny because they're in their car and they're like, oh, you know, and they pull into your lane, and then they get mad at you because you're there, and while they're on their phone and smoking or drinking or whatever they're doing, you know, coffee and everything else, and when I go, puppies! Usually my window's down and they can hear me, and they're low. You know, if their window's open, they tend to look at me kind of funny, so they don't know what the heck I'm doing. But it makes me laugh, and at the end of the day, it just changes my state, and that's the most important thing. So,
one little side note or secret about your awareness is that it is always on. We think we are not aware sometimes, or we weren't aware of something, or that there's a possibility that you can fall out of your awareness. You never do. You're always connected. We're always connected to our awareness. It's just whether we're awakened to it or not. So if things are going by you and you're missing things and you feel like you're not sitting in your awareness full throttle, check in and see where you are asleep and ask that question instead. And you'll get the answers. You'll be notified very quickly from your essential self where you are asleep at the wheel a little bit. As BJ always says, do not leave your vehicle unattended.
Yeah. I have a lot of driving metaphors because I love to drive, and I do it quite often for appointments and so forth. And we've gone cross country a couple times. And that being said, I had this idea of people who are driving, but they're not present. They're not aware. They're not in, you know, and this guy talks all about being present, right? That's a big, big component of his teachings. And they're not. And so I've often referred to them as their vehicle is unattended.
Exactly. And it's way more fun if you get into your present. That's where you do all of your activation. So if you're, again, missing any components in your life, you're wishing you had this or were able to do that, or there are things that you remember as a child that you're not living today that you really wanted to live, get present. That's where it's all at that space. And it is likewise with your connections to your angels and spirit guides and those people who have passed. If you're not feeling connected, step back into your present. You're either shooting off into the future or you're dwelling on something in the past. You're not in the present moment. And that's where your attunement is. That's where your alignment is. That's where you're the most connected to everything, allness. Anything goes, everything goes.
All right,
No
guys.
limits.
You're unlimited. Have a very aware April. Remember, don't forget while you brush your teeth in the morning, January kicked us off with I Am Loved. And then keep in mind February is you're forgiven, forgive yourself, and then, and others, obviously. And then, then you want non-judgment and now awareness. So all of them are designed to just simple exercises. When you think about it, it's going to help you to raise your frequency. It's going to help you to change your state. It's going to help you to raise your consciousness, both conscious and subconscious, and, ultimately vibe up.
Yep, peace.
See you guys. Have a great day.